Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session where we are discussing all about building a career that is future proof in the age of AI. I know AI has come in and disrupted our work environment, and today I'm going to share with you some tips that will help you stay on point. Some of the things that you can be able to do to ensure that you stand out and you actually survive this time of transition when we're talking about AI. I know I've come in a bit earlier, but I'm happy to go on with the session. But for the next few minutes, I want to welcome you. Let me know in the chat where you're joining us from, what is your expectation for this session, and I will be happy if you are able to join me. So just a minute, I can see a few complications probably here. Let me see what I need to do and then get on. Simply drop in the chat. If you're watching this as a replay, you can just skip for the next 5 minutes or so because I am here early. But if you want to hear also to see people like you who have joined us, I'll be happy to know that you're there. So I'm just trying to make sure that I connect. I think we are not live on Facebook. And that is a good thing about coming in live early so that I can make sure that we are live on all the platforms, that is on YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on Facebook. So drop it in the comments and let me know that you are here. And also, what are you looking forward to learn? Yeah. How do you build the career 2.0, the career that is future proof in this age of AI? And actually, it's all about how can you go to the next level and ensure that you not only survive during this time, but you also thrive. You also thrive. That is the most important thing. Going again. Hopefully we'll be able to go live on Facebook, and voila, we are there live on Facebook. Thank you very much, LM, joining us in South Africa. That is trying to get Stellenbosch University. Thank you for joining us on LinkedIn. Let me know in the chat where you're joining us from, and we will keep going. In the next 3 minutes, we will be going live. But in the meantime, do you know you can use ChatGPT to get your next job?
A few
Take a
months
look
ago,
at this video
I was
here.
desperately looking for a job. I had sent out a dozen of CVs, but I was not getting any response. I felt discouraged and lost. That's when I stumbled upon ChatGPT, an AI language model that can help with career-related advice. So the first thing I did, I searched how to get a job using ChatGPT, and the results were a bit breathtaking, but this was the first line I got from them. As an AI language model, ChatGPT cannot directly help you get a job. I said, what? You mean you can't help me get a job? But then I continued reading and they told me, however, I can offer some suggestions and resources that might be helpful to your job search. Now they got my interest. The first thing I did was to ask ChatGPT to review my CV. It analyzed my CV and suggested some changes. It gave me tips on how to make my CV more targeted and relevant to the job I was applying for. ChatGPT also helped me to rephrase some of my job description, making them sound more impressive and relevant. The next thing, ChatGPT helped me research job market. It gave me advice on some of the job listings and how to prepare for interviews. It suggested some professional organization and networking event that might be helpful for me. And this was the game changer. With the help of ChatGPT, I was able to find some job listing that interested me. I applied for these jobs. I was called for an interview, and I was able to get a lot of help in terms of how to prepare when going for this interview. It provided me with some common interview questions, and they helped me to craft a very impressive response. This gave me an opportunity to do a mock interview, and I was able to get feedback on my performance. And finally, and I think this is something I hadn't thought of when I was thinking about just looking for a job. Finally, ChatGPT suggested some online courses and resources that would enhance my CV and make me more attractive to employers. With this guidance, I was able to learn new skills and add them onto my CV. I was able to land my dream job. If you are struggling, looking for a job, I would highly suggest you try ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is just an AI. All these services are provided by CareerPoint Solutions. Just go to careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. There you get an opportunity to submit your CV for review. They will give you the suggestions that you need to be able to write a professional CV. They will also guide you on interview coaching. And I can tell you,
ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is how you can be able to actually utilize the ChatGPT and be able to get a job. I am happy that we are all here. Let me do a very quick roll call. It's already 7:30. I can see who is here, and then we can be able to start off. Thank you very much, Kevin, for joining us all the way in. That was Karatina University. John joining us in Nakuru. I can also see there is someone from Toronto. Thank you very much. That should be Mulu Getter. Thank you. I really appreciate Jackson saying hi. Let me know where you're joining us from. Oh, you're joining us all the way in Homa Bay. Thank you. Make sure you set the next 1 hour aside so that you can be able to dive into today's session and take a book, take a notebook, write as much notes as possible so that you are able to take the most out of this session. So let me just get started here by saying this. Is your job safe? In this day and age where we have ChatGPT as just one of the tools, there are so many other AI tools out there. Do you think your job is safe? I would want us to take a look at this, which is a very simple a list of some of the jobs that most likely will disappear come the age of
artificial
AI.
intelligence, AI, is transforming the world of work in unprecedented ways. Tools like ChatGPT are doing tasks from writing reports all the way to answering customers' questions. According to a report done by Accenture, they reported that 40% of the current working hours are going to be replaced by AI through automation. However, not all jobs are made the same. And here are the top 7 jobs or roles that I see that will be replaced by AI. And at the end, I'm going to give you some opportunity if you are among the people who are affected by this AI change. How do you reinvent yourself and stay relevant in today's marketplace? It is not all gloomy and dull and the world is going to end. As we know, it's going to change, yes, but you can take some action and change. So watch this video up to the end. And so without further ado, let's get started. Job number 1, administrative and clerical roles. Now, these roles mainly involve report writing, taking notes, proofreading, managing some spreadsheets, and this can easily be done by ChatGPT because some of these roles do not necessarily involve human interactions and emotional intelligence. So a machine can be able to do it, and automating these processes will mean people who are in admin and clerical roles are most likely to be replaced by AI. Job role number 2, that is customer service representatives. As you know, ChatGPT can be able to answer questions from customers, give more information, and even handle complaints more effectively because there is no emotion and they will just give the facts as it is, though sometimes it can be a disadvantage. Sometimes if you are a customer service representative, you want to be able to empathize with the customer. However, here they are able to provide the answers and give the right solutions or handle this complaint. Actually, there was a research that was done and Google found out that ChatGPT can easily get an entry-level job of a coder if it interviews in a company because it has a very, very intelligent way of answering questions. Job role number 3, sales and marketing professionals. Now, ChatGPT can be able to write very engaging and persuasive advertising, email marketing campaigns, social media posts, and at the same time analyze current market trend and optimize the campaign to fit to this data that they are collecting and the company strategy. As a matter of fact, employees at Amazon, they tested ChatGPT and they found it to be very strong in terms of answering queries in terms of the company or the corporate strategy. That is the power of AI. Job number 4, journalists and writers. ChatGPT can be able to write articles in a wide range of topics, and also it can write in different styles, may it be news, business, blog post, reports, and they can do it very accurately. As a matter of fact, it has been said that ChatGPT has been used to write books, current books, maybe children books, and even students are using it to cheat as they write their essay for their exams. Job number 5, translators and interpreters. ChatGPT can easily translate text from one language to another, and on the other hand, it can actually handle idioms, slang, and cultural references, which certain maybe translating software might not be able to do. Job role number 6 that can be replaced by AI or ChatGPT, and that is lawyers and legal professionals. Did you know ChatGPT can do legal research, document review, drafting contracts, and litigation support? And on top of that, it can actually provide legal advice based on relevant laws and precedences, and it can actually argue a case in court based on logic and rhetoric. However, we have had some cases where sometimes AI would generate its own cases or things that are not true, which is a disadvantage, but you can still use it to beef up your job in that area, and it can do tons and tons of legal work. Currently, I can just ask it any legal question and it will provide me, rather than going to a lawyer to get the same information. Job role number 7, financial analysts and accountants. ChatGPT can actually perform very complex calculation, do data analysis, financial focusing, and it can be able to provide insights and recommendation. On the other hand, it can be able to handle tax preparation, audit, focusing, and budgeting. So accountants and financial analysts are going to become less because most of the tasks or the jobs that they do are going to be automated using different AI tools, even including ChatGPT. Now, what do you do if you find that your profession, your role is among the list that I've just mentioned? And for your information, this is not the total.
Yeah, so I think it's just not surprising that all these jobs are on the list. And what I've just shared with you is just not the total list. Yeah, you can see here we have even doctors and medical professions. Their work or their job are at risk here. We also have teachers and educators. Their jobs are at risk. And today, I want really to discuss with you, how then do you stand and thrive despite all these changes in this aspect of AI coming in. Thank you very much. I can see everyone who is joining us. Keep on dropping in the chat. If you could join us along the way, let me know where you're joining us from. I'll be happy to welcome you into this discussion, and it's going to be a great learning session. Evans, thank you very much. I can see you joining us in Naivasha. I also saw Peter joining us in Kisumu. I have also seen Victor joining us in Nairobi. Asante Sana. I think Jackson had already mentioned you are in Mumbai. So keep dropping that in the chat. We'll have this as a very engaging session for us to continue. Now, what I want to help you with is, number one, if you're there and you're scared of technology in general, forget just AI. You and technology, you seem to be not very good friends. And now the fact that AI is coming in, it's really threatening you and your position in your job. You are in the right place. If you are not that tech savvy, or you do other roles like the clerical work or admin work, or you're the customer care representative, and you are seeing that this AI is literally coming after your job, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to share some things that will really help you stand out. So I just want to confirm that you are in the right place. I don't know which category you fall in. Feel free to drop that in the chat. Are you someone who is really afraid of technology, or can you really literally see that AI is coming after your job? Whichever you are, you're in the right place. This training is for two types of people. When I was trying to prepare it and see how can I help, who can I help, is number one, any professional who is feeling stuck in their career. If you're there, you're feeling stuck, things are not moving, now AI is here, it's even complicating things, you are in the right place. And the second kind of person that I really want to help is any profession who can literally see that their job role is most likely going to be replaced by AI. And there are so many. You have just seen the list there. If you're there and you're feeling like, oh, this is really coming for me, you are here to learn the right thing. And I was actually preparing this session with you in mind. Let me say this, my goal is to show you the only way to future-proof your career is by acquiring what I call the Badass Pro skills. Irrespective of whichever career you're in, if you're able to get these Badass Pro skills, you can easily future-proof your career. And the second thing I also want to mention is that the only way for you to acquire these Badass Pro skills is by joining a program I'm calling Career 2.0 Coaching Program, and I will be explaining more about that as we continue. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, let me just take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Mutuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions, and over the last 12 years, I've been blessed to have experience in recruitment as a career and leadership coach. On top of that, I'm a certified digital marketer by Google, and among other groups, I am a very proud member of a group called the League of Young Professionals. On top of that, I'm an author of several books. The first book I did was Facebook for Profit, how you can easily use Facebook for profit. I also published the second book, which is Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Steps to Achieving Anything. There are also two books that I think three, which are out there for free. You can take a look at them. Conquer the Year Ahead, make the next 12 months your best year ever. As we get into the last quarter of the year, what have you really achieved in the year? You can still use it to finish strong or plan for the next year. And there is the Ultimate Cover Letter Guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professionals, which you can easily download and have the right cover letters. And if you're in the banking profession, how do you quit banking and get to transition to NGOs and UN jobs? You can easily grab these books for free. I'm that generous when I want to really help you. And that is why I'm even having this session here live and for free. One of the greatest resources that I would ask you to check, I'm a YouTuber. I create YouTube content around helping professionals succeed in their careers. And if you check my channel, maybe not now, if you're already on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe, yeah? Or if you're not there, just check Daniel Mutuku on YouTube and make sure you subscribe and immerse yourself. Over 578 videos, yeah? Maybe 2 or 5 will be useful for you to take you to the next level. And you can see 138,000 subscribers so far and still growing strong. I want you to keep on engaging. So I have 2 questions for you as we start today's session. The first question I want to ask you, will you let me be your coach? If you're giving me permission to be your coach for the next about, let's say, next 40 minutes, if you're giving me permission, drop in the chat and say yes. And I want you to engage. If you're giving me permission to be your coach for the next few minutes, let me know in the chat and say, yes, thank you very much. I can see Jeff, you have joined us from University of Mombasa, Karibu Sana. If you're giving me permission to be your coach, say yes. And the second question I also want to ask, will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? Let me know in the chat. Just say yes, 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 and I'll be able to pick it up. This is going to be a very engaging session. It's not a matter of you just sitting there and absorbing the information. I want you to really participate. Thank you very much. Peter, you've already said yes. But if you're saying yes for both questions, you can say yes, yes, or yes times 2, or whichever is easier for you. And yeah, I will wait for 2 or more people to join and commit, because I don't want to be here to give you some very good tips and say, oh, that was a great session, but literally you did not get as much. I want you to say yes. You gave me permission to be your coach. You also gave me permission to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear. Peter, we have seen you have said yes twice. And I'm here to see someone on YouTube, someone on Facebook, someone, most of us are on LinkedIn. Yeah. So please, if you're there, like confirm that you can actually see us. Victor, thank you very much. I see you're saying yes to both questions. It's going to be very engaging, engaging. Who else is there? There might be some delay, I know, with technology, a few seconds or so, but I can still be able to wait and wait for you to commit, because it's only when you commit, it's only when you get engaged. You're not just a passive participator. By the way, success is not a spectator's game. You know, it's not about you coming in here and learning all these things. It's about actually you taking actions on what I'm about to share. If you're there, just say yes to the two questions and we will be able to move on. Probably they will come in as we proceed. Where do we start? I want to start with a story, and actually not a story per se, but this is a case study. Back in the 1910s and 1920s, there was a very big employer, and most ladies, especially in America, age 20, 25 there, they were being hired as telephone switch operators. And it was a great booming opportunity. And just as AI is doing to us and trying to really replace most of the jobs, something happened at around 1920 where the automated switchboard machine was actually invented. And that meant that most of the ladies who are working as switchboard or telephone operators, they had to lose their jobs. So there are some researchers actually went and looked, how did this really affect the people? So number one, there was a real loss because people, thousands and thousands, lost jobs. And it was devastating because they were probably using this job as the only means to provide for their families. So there are some which were really affected. And when they look back, not that they were affected just immediately, but they ended up finding jobs in other industries. But even some went back in the telephone industries and the telephone industry because they had learned more and how to do that, the job. And I think that is the same analogy as to what is happening to us with this AI. We are used to doing jobs a certain way. We are the accountants, we are the admin people, we are the customer representative, we are the paralegal who do a lot of research. But then AI comes in, ChatGPT, and that is just one of the AI models that disrupts everything. But I'll tell you this, irrespective of where you are, you can be able to take advantage of this because, number one, this is what AI is going to do. And this is my prediction, and probably it's already happening right now. Number one, it is going to take away the mundane task. Those mundane tasks that you keep on doing, you're not always bored when doing that. It's going to take care of the repetitive task. If you find yourself doing the repetitive task over and over, most likely AI is going to take that task. The other thing is there are certain tasks which are time consuming. Yes, they're important, they're valuable, but they are time consuming, but you cannot really check and say, the more time I put in, the better the outcome, or probably the revenue of the company, or the more efficient we are. Actually, it's time consuming. And also, AI is going to come and remove some of the mind-numbing tasks. So if you find yourself that you are kind of doing these roles, then you are at risk. But at the same time, I'll tell you this, and this is not probably what most people are not telling you. AI will allow us now to do the creative work. I know they talk about AI can also do something that which is creative, but it can't get to where we are at. It is going to allow us to do the innovative work. And if you're in the field where you can use a little bit of innovation, then you are in the right place. You can really set yourself apart from the rest. And innovation does not necessarily mean technology. I read a book, The E-Myth Revisited, and they were able to really describe how innovation can play a very big part in a business and has nothing to do with technology. For example, they realized, I think they did some research, and they realized by changing one or two words that you use when you approach a client or a customer, it can have a much bigger impact if the client is going to buy or not. And that is a form of innovation. Have you ever gone to a shoe store or a clothes store, and the first thing the attendant or the people at the aisle comes and they ask you, how can I help you? And by default, we always say, oh, I'm just looking. They did the research and they found out if you just change the question from how can I help you to have you been here before, then the person can either say yes or no. And depending with how they answer, if it is yes, oh, that is good. What brings you back? You can have the conversation moving on, or they can say no. Oh, this is great. We have this program. We want to help you as a new customer. What this is the offer we have, or this is what we provide. And the conversation starts. And that is basically innovation. Innovating just from asking, how can I help you, to have you been here before? And it can produce different results. So I want you to think about it that way. And the other thing is, AI cannot really do much of the human interaction. It now allows us to leave those mind-numbing tasks and focus on human interaction. And that is the only advantage that we have when it comes to AI. And you can be the one who champions this in your career. I've been able to help several people. Take a look at this email I got from a gentleman called Alexander. He was saying, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways, and Wednesday this week, I got the job. I'm the guy who has several questions regarding the difference between NGO, corporate. Yeah, he was able to find a way to make himself stand out from the rest, and he got the job. And he's continuing being successful. So I want to really crush this in the next, let's say, 20 minutes. These are the two secrets that I'm going to share with you. Number one is, how do you adapt to AI-driven career changes? Because they're going to come. How do you adapt? And secondly, I'll share with you how to build an AI-relevant skills. How do you build these AI-relevant skills that will set you apart? Thank you very much. I can see, I think, yeah, some people came in later then said yes. I really appreciate. Gladys said yes, you gave me permission. There's Melvin also there, Mageni. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're getting value so far, and I'm happy that you're here. So let's continue. For you to really adapt, secret about how do you adapt is that I'll tell you, this is the thing. In your company or in certain companies, let's say a job like accountants, they have hired 5 accountants, they are 3 accountants, they are 10, depending with the size of the company. I'll tell you this, if the company is currently having 5 of them, accountants, due to AI, 2 or 3 people are going to lose their jobs. And only either 1 or 2 are going to remain. And those are people who have learned how to use AI to their advantage. And I want that to be you. Because I can tell you, it cannot necessarily just wipe everything out. It is how you use it. AI by itself is not a bad thing, but it is how you learn how to use it. And that is the encouragement that I want you to use. Because you find that out of the 5 accountants, there are certain tasks that they do that are very repetitive. And AI will just come and take care of the repetitive kind of work, and then just leave 2 or 3 people to manage the rest of it. So let's try and define what is this AI. There are several types of AI, but one of the biggest type of AI is what is called generative AI. And ChatGPT is an example of what we call generative AI. And what does it do? Basically, it predicts the next words, and this prediction is based on a certain pattern. They have what we call a very a big machine learning. Let me just try and, they have taught a machine a lot of things. It has scouted the whole internet to get the content that it needs to get. That is the level where we talk about deep learning or machine learning. Then, based on the prompts that you give it, it is able to predict what you want, and then it gives to you. And that is the reason why it looks so smart. It is artificial intelligence, not real intelligence, but based on what it has been fed. And when you understand that this is just generative AI, prediction of words through some calculation, then you realize that there are certain things that it can't predict because of the environment that you're in, and that is why we need the human interaction. But if it is basically just the normal day-to-day life, for example, ask any AI or ChatGPT to write for you an article based on, I don't know, you are a journalist, you say, give it some information, this had happened, there was some prediction of some rains, some El Nino, didn't happen. How do you write an article really trying to see how accurate the weather prediction is? It will go look for the information and bring it in. But if that was a task that would involve a driver to take these people, the journalist to the metro, what do you call it? The meteorology station to interview, so they will have to carry another person to go do the interview and all that. It will look at the existing content, and then it can be able to give some feedback. So you see, a certain task or all, just writing a news article on a newspaper would have taken 2, 3, 4 people to accomplish that. But now it has been reduced to maybe just a quick, what do you call it? Task that can be done on the computer. And here are just some examples of case studies that people have decided to take advantage of AI, and they're standing out and they're still continuing in their role. I just talked about journalism. There's a story of a journalist who was able, his main work was to do investigation. And he was able to use AI to really enhance his investigative skills. And what he was able to do is that he developed an algorithm that would automatically scan government websites for anything to do with public policy and services. And this enabled him to really analyze a very big set of data and generate some visual to help bring some of the findings that he got and some of the anomalies. And he was able to really save a lot of time and did a tremendous job that made him stand out as a journalist. Another case study, a teacher was able to really improve their teaching methodologies and curriculum design. How? Using ChatGPT, they were able to use it with the right prompts. Number one, to get quizzes. As a teacher, it takes a lot of time to set exams and these quizzes. So he set quizzes, test, and also prepare lesson plans. He used the same ChatGPT to practice how to be able to communicate more effectively with the students, and some of the content that he produced helped the student develop critical thinking and some of the role plays. And as much as this would be a task that would take a whole day or 2 days, now is able to do within a short period of time. And with that, they stand out. And even if the number of teachers and educators goes down, the teachers who know how to use AI are the ones that are going to stand out. The other field that really needs a lot of research and going through documents is lawyers and paralegals. There is this lawyer who was actually able to use AI to streamline his research, whereby he would research and analyze a lot of data and millions of court cases and come up with a very strong argument and recommendations and insight to the existing case. Now, you can be able to use, yes, something like ChatGPT to be able to go and scout the internet, and it can give you some made up stories, but there's also a way you can use AI and tell it really to use this information. You can just input the information that you want it to scout and analyze, and not just go scouting everywhere else. And that is the power. And that is what I want you to start adapting yourself to this idea of AI. The second thing is to build skills that are relevant in this day and age. If you're in the technology space, you can say, I'll go ahead and do more learning in terms of data analysis, machine learning, this LLM is called large language models, and all that, and be a specialist in AI. But for most people like you and me are not in the technology space. You are a customer service person. You are a business administrator. You are an accountant. How then do you use, what are the skills that you really need to be able to stand out? And that takes us back for us to understand, why do we get paid? Why is it at the end of the month you expect that paycheck? It is a compensation to employees in exchange of the services that you have offered. It is the skill itself of knowing how to run that spreadsheet and balance sheet. It is the skill that you have in terms of selling, creating that copy, or being a professional in writing the advertisement. That is why you're being paid. And that means if you have high kind of level of skills, the more valuable you become. Skills are the things that makes us valuable in the marketplace. And the more valuable you are as a skilled person, the more payment you can expect or demand, because it is that value that keeps you moving. And so how then do we really make ourselves valuable? It is getting the skills, adding yourself for skills. It's not luck, it's all about skills. And there are two types of skills. There's the technical skills in your specific space, and we have what we call soft skills. And some of, by the way, as a default, the soft skills are the skills that AI is not really good at. And that is what we want really to excel on, and then use the technical skills to even match it up. One of my mentors, Jim Rohn, said that the more valuable you become in your company, the more influence you have, the better communicator you are, you manage your time much better, and you recognize people for their contribution. You not only become valuable to yourself, you also become valuable as a spouse, a friend, and a parent. When you decide to invest in yourself and be valuable as an individual, it's not something that only stays with you. It's something that actually goes across and help other people, your friends, your relatives, and all that. Having said that, I'm very happy that there's a way that you can really be able to survive and thrive in this space. So I want to ask you this question. If I show you exactly how to future-proof your career, do you believe me that you can actually thrive in this AI era? If so, say yes in the chat. Let me try and switch here. Okay, good stuff. I can see, but this one, I think these are the old ones, yeah? So I want you to go ahead and chat and let me know. If I show you exactly how to future-proof your career, do you believe that you will actually thrive in this space, in this time and age when we are talking about AI? If you believe so, go in the chat and drop and say, yes, you believe. Or say, yes, I believe. Actually, the word should be, yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Let me check who we have here. Thank you very much. I can see Peter, you there. I say, yes, you believe. I'm happy for you. Who else is here? Let me take a moment just to, as they come in, my job is to show you how you can actually be able to do this. And I hope this session has been an eye-opener for you to really see that there's something that you can be able to do and really stand out, right? So let me introduce you to this program called Career 2.0 Coaching, Badass Pro. I am a Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. Now, this is a coaching program that I've been running for a while, but this one is specifically targeted to redefine yourself and your career. It is Career 2.0 Coaching. If today you decide to say, oh, yes, I want to be this Badass Pro, let me just define for you. Badass is an acronym and Pro is a professional. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think there was quite a delay. I can see Mboro say, yes, I believe. Thank you very much, Mercy Bakau. You're saying yes, you believe, and it's good. So if today you decide to become a badass pro, badass really stands for an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous. They will do what needs to be done. An individual who is authentic. By the way, in this day of artificial intelligence, what really stand out, it is your authenticity. And you are not only authentic, you're authentic to yourself and to your skills and to your capability. Number two, someone who is driven. You don't wait to be pushed to go to the next thing. You're someone who has that personal inner drive. An individual who is aggressive. In this day and age, you need to be aggressive to go and grab what you believe to be yours. It is not a matter of just like, this is mine, it will be delivered to me. But not only aggressive, but also very assertive. The other thing is an individual who is skilled. As we have said, it is the skills that are going to set you apart. By the way, the biggest divide between those people who are successful and those who are not successful, it is the skills that is dividing them. And finally, an individual who is self-assured, someone who is confident of themselves. And this is the kind of person who will actually thrive in this era of AI. Someone who is bold, authentic, driven, skilled, and self-assured. Now, this is what we say. I am a badass pro. I define my own destiny. I create my own luck. I am confident, but not cocky, quiet, but not silent, competitive, and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility. I never give up. That is the mantra we follow as a badass pro. And let me tell you this. If today you decide to join the program, this is a 6 weeks coaching program. The value out of it is about 100,000. Now, that's not the cost of the program. That is the value. That is what you get if you join. In the 6 weeks, these are the key things that we are going to discuss with you. Number one, week one, we will get you started. How do you get started and become unstoppable? We put you in momentum. Week number two, we discuss with you. You get to know your worth, number one. How much should you be paid right now? What are some of the skills that you can acquire, these AI relevant skills that will take you to the next level? Number three, we help you build confidence and competence, because it's not only competence. You might be very good at what you do, but if you don't have the confidence to really stand out, you're not doing yourself a favor. You're doing yourself actually a disservice. Week number four, we help you master communication, influence, and networking, because networking is going to play a very big role. Week six, we give you the tools that you need to track and evaluate your progress. And week six, we start discussing how do you negotiate your salary, because you've added your value, you have the right skills, then it's easy for you to start negotiating your value. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, we are going to give you one of our certification, one of our courses that you can pick, 100% free. So in this space of AI, there are certain skills that are needed. And these are what you can see here. We have several courses. There's one which is how to be an effective leader. Number one, there's a course, another course on emotional intelligence. There's a course on conflict resolution. There's a course on giving feedback and coaching, diversity and inclusion. And also we provide coaching for managers. So you can pick one of these programs and you get it absolutely free if you decide to join the Badass Pro. So there's a 6 weeks coaching. You have one of our leadership certification, because leadership is going, once you position yourself as a leader and you start getting leadership roles, you are already on your way standing out from the rest. We add on top of that a professional CV, because at some point you will need to write maybe a CV when applying for different jobs in a different organization, in a different field. How do you write a professional CV? You know, I tell people a professional CV is not just, a CV is not, most of us have a documentation of where you have worked, where you have gone to school. But on the flip side, a professional CV is a document that you use to market yourself. It is, you need to be very clear, what is it that you're selling? You're selling your skills, and how you put them across your CV is very important. You're selling your capabilities, your qualifications, and your experience to the employer. It is said it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to really decide if they're going to read your CV or not. Take a look at this CV here. A gentleman called Daniel Mutuku, Kenyan, married. When you look at this, I don't know if you need 6 seconds to decide, is this person, what can this person do? What value are they bringing in to my organization? Can that really say anything? Are you able to identify anything from here? Not really. if we give them benefit of doubt, we start reading the career objective. Most of us have career objectives in their CV. And I want you to read this as I share with you. How does your CV career objective, do they resemble the ones that I'm about to show you? Maybe word for word, or even in tone and in style. I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What does that mean? What can this person do? I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. What does that mean? I don't know. Yeah. I want to succeed in a stimulus, challenging environment that will provide me with advancement in my career. Again, being very selfish, thinking about you and what you want and not what you're providing the employer. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, good wordings, but still not saying anything. So I would suggest, by the way, if you have this section in your CV, career objective, go get rid of it. It is not helping you in any way to get a job. Yeah. On top of that, we give you sample cover letters that will help you as you apply for a job. This is just a description of how, this is just an example of how you can use the job description to really write a very powerful cover letter. For example, this is a job, and the job description here is they're looking for an accountant, and the key responsibility here will be to review and establish proper accounting system, support budgeting and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. Somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that reads, I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous role at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors. So when they see this cover letter and they read, they are like, this is the right person. They're coming to do what we want them to do. On top of that, we help you with LinkedIn profile. We'll give you a LinkedIn profile guide. How many of you are on LinkedIn? And yeah, I can see a good number of us are actually following through from LinkedIn. How professional is your profile on LinkedIn? Can someone, how many people can see that notification? Several people are looking at your profile, but none is reaching out. Yeah. Or if someone says, send me your link to your LinkedIn, and the conversation goes dead from there. You need to optimize your LinkedIn profile, because here jobs are looking for you rather than you looking for these jobs. Let's take a look at this. This is a gentleman called Salim. I helped him, and this is what he had to say. Hey, Daniel, I would like to thank you for your LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to make a LinkedIn account look more professional, I have now been approached by a potential employer, and I am due for an interview next week, on Wednesday next week. And needless to say, he got the job. He wasn't looking for the job was looking for him. This is another post I saw from a lady. I didn't help her in any way, but I asked her for permission to use this, and she said yes. She said, I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high, got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. Yeah, on LinkedIn. That is Rosalind. And so that is the part. And on top of that, now we help you with interview coaching, because this is actually building up. 99.9% of the interviews you'll go, the first question will be, tell us about yourself. Do you know how to respond to that question? Because again, how you respond to that, it sets pace for the rest of the interview. So basically, today, this evening, if you decide to join the Badass Pro coaching program, that is Career 2.0, this is what you'll get. 6 weeks of coaching. You get one of our leadership certification. You get professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview. The value out of it is about 210,000. But that is not what you're going to pay for. It's going to be a highly discounted rate. Now that you know who is a Badass Pro, are you ready to become a Badass Pro? If you're ready to be a Badass Pro, drop in the chat and say, yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to be that bold, audacious, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual? If you are ready, let me know in the chat and say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Looking forward to people who are ready. So who is here? Thank you very much. I can see you, Timothy Motama. Thank you for your support. Yeah, can see you following us on Facebook. I can see Evans. Are you saying, yes, you're ready to be a Badass Pro? If you're ready, just drop that in the chat and say, Ready? Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, because this is what is going to make you stand out. Being bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured. This plus the skills that you're going to get will take you to the next level in terms of your career. So how do you get started? How do you get involved? Oh, Timothy, I can see you. Good job, good job. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, at least I'm happy to see a familiar face, yeah, on the chat. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I think there was a delay. June, you're saying, yes, you're ready to become a Badass Pro. I really appreciate that. Sometimes there's a delay. Yes, and there we go. So let me show you how we can get started, yeah? Give me about 5 minutes. I finish up on this now. I had two choices when I was thinking, how much should I charge for this program? And the first option I had was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. I said, yeah, I'll go out, I'll help as many people as possible. And the other option I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment in yourself. And that means I will dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. So I opted to go with the second option. And for you to be able to join the program for today, it's going only to cost you $24,999. You can pay it in 3 monthly installments. You can use the till number 715732. If you pay here with Bill Live, you're able to get the 6 weeks coaching. You get the professional certification and leadership certification, CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. And if you're international, you can pay through PayPal. It is only $247 US, and you can pay in 3 monthly installments of $99. And guess what? There's a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program and 30 days into the program, you don't get exactly what I've said you will get, let me know. No question asked. We will refund your money. That is the guarantee we are giving you because we know the value that you're going to get from this program. So youth out there, you have the choice now to make. Number one is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. And the second option you have is to be open-minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these two options, which one is going to be easier for you? Doing nothing or being open-minded? That's a question for you. Don't drop it in the chat. Just answer at the back of your head. And I also learned this. It takes about 24 hours once you have learned as you have learned today, and you don't take any action in the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action drops to almost zero. I hope you take action right now, or at least by tomorrow, a time like this, you can say, I did this based on what I learned from that session. So which type are you? There are two types of people. Those who get an opportunity like this, an opportunity that can change their lives. You actually there, you agree with everything that I've shared with you. You can see how it is applicable in your life and in your job, and you still do nothing about it. And the other type of people are those people who take action and define their own futures. Which type are you? Are those people who do nothing, or those people who take action? Let me know. I think that is it. That has been my time. My email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke if you want more information, or you can check out careerpoint.co.ke/badass. And by the way, I have a special offer in the next, how many minutes? It should be about 12 minutes by 8:30. If you are able to make the payment right now, you will get the 6 weeks of coaching, and you will also get all the 4 coaching or the leadership certifications that we are offering, right? So go ahead and make, even if you make the first deposit right now of 999 through the till number 7157, or if you are international, there is a link, PayPal link in the video. You can be able to pay that first installment, and I'll make sure you join this coaching program. I'm a Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. This is the Career 2.0 coaching version, and you'll also get 4 of the certification. You'll get this Big and Effective Leader. You also get Emotional Intelligence, Conflict Resolution, and Feedback. And then we add the coaching. The Diversity and Inclusion course is still in progress, being developed. So once it is ready for you, you get it. And by the way, you get 1 year free membership on the Leaders on Point platform, where you can be able to get all these courses. So we have partnered with Leaders on Point, It is another company that we're running that has all these leadership courses. So if you signed up for the coaching program today, you get 1 year membership on this platform. Get as many courses as you can. Currently, there are 4, and there are monthly workshops that run in there. In the past, these are people who have taken action and they have defined their own destiny. So, by the way, you'll also get a t-shirt and a notebook written, I'm a badass pro. Do I have mine here? Sure, they should be somewhere here. Yes. I think I have some notebooks here. Yes, here they are. You'll be able to get yourself a notebook written, I am a badass pro. You'll also get the t-shirt. I don't know. There must be somewhere. Yes. So I want you to take action. These are both people who have taken action on an evening like this, and they defined their own destiny. So where I want you to take action. By the way, I'm giving you a chance. If you pay here with me live, as I said, you'll get 1 year membership and access all the courses. So if you make the payment, let me know in the chat that you have paid, and I'll be able to sign you up. We have 9 more minutes to go, and I hope you are able to take action. Thank you very much, Victor. You're saying yes, you're ready. Or Junad, serious, you say you're ready. And if you make the payment, drop in the chat, or you can just send me a private message, and I know you're there. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the chat. Allow me to finish. As I finish, these are some of the most valuable things I've learned so far to where I am. The best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. You know why? Because this is where you're going to get the highest return on investment. I learned this from Warren Buffett. And he says, for every shilling you invest in yourself today, you will get that shilling's return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Nowhere else you will get that kind of return on investment. I also learned this from Brian Tracy. It's called the 10-10 rule, whereby we have been brought up in a society where we take 10% of our income and we tithe it, right? We use it to help other people. I put it to you, why not take another 10% of your income and tithe it to yourself? Use it for your own personal development, to help yourself. This is where you create a fund to develop yourself, and you will be surprised at the return on investment. Here's an opportunity for you to invest. Just make that first installment right now when we are here live before we close it up. 9,999. Just do the till number 715732. And you get the 6 weeks of coaching. You get the current 4 certifications that we have on Leaders on Point. We have professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, and a 1 year membership on Leaders on Point web leadership program. So you get all the courses, you get all the monthly workshop, you meet with other leaders, and you step up and you learn from them and you network. That is the value that you get out of this. So if you're international, you're just paying the first $99. I'll say there's a link, PayPal link that you can be able to pay. I think these are just testimonials, but let me check if there's any question here. I'm told, Robert, okay. Someone has already paid. Thank you very much. I don't know if you can really see this, but let me just read it for you. This is a lady who joined the Badass Pro, and this is what she had to say after a while. I cannot be grateful enough for Badass Pro training that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs such as ILRI, 1 Acre, among others, with my new CV and cover letter sample, and I customized to suit various jobs. I'm now very confident that to apply for jobs in the UN agencies. And honestly, I hope and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long, I hadn't been receiving interview invitations. It's no longer the case anymore. So she was able to start getting responses from employers just like that. Here's a lady who got a job saying thank you. She got a 6-figure salary when she joined the Badass Pro. I'm back to say a big thank you. After I did Badass Pro program and your guidance, I applied for a job where everybody was discouraging me that job is demanding. Are you sure you will be shortlisted? etc. But the confidence I had was out of this world. I went ahead and applied. We were 30. The second interview, we were 10. I managed the best to be the best. I marked the best candidate. and finally got a job with a 6-figure salary. To me, it is a blessing, and I would recommend Badass Pro program. Thank you once more, and be blessed. That's the kind of value that you can be able to get when you join this one. A lady called Naomi saying, I am glad about our path crossing. This was truly a fortunate event that I needed to secure a long-awaited position. Your coaching was practical and personal. You walked with me through the entire process of interviews, and I'm glad that I keenly listened to you, because I am now reporting to a global role as of 31st March of this year. Thank you, Daniel. I hope you will be able to help many professionals to realize their goals that might be seemingly insurmountable. Asante sana, and be abundantly blessed. Kind regards, Naomi. You can be able to do that. Take that action right now. The till number is 715732. Just make that first deposit of 9,999. Get the 6 weeks of coaching, all the 4 certification, a 1-year membership on Leaders on Point, CV writing, cover letter, all those interview coaching. And if you have made the payment, let me know you have in the chat. If you have any question, drop it. I'll be able to respond to you. I don't see if there's any question. So I want to bring this home and tell you this. You'll never be 100% ready when an opportunity strikes, right? So what do? Just do it. It is said that your greatest fear carries your greatest growth. Because it's only when you're feeling fearful, it's a signal from your body that you're about to do something outside your comfort zone. And when you're doing something outside your comfort zone, your body interprets it as fear. But you will never grow in your comfort zone, because this is where comfort zone is. Low risk, low reward. You feel safe, you feel in control. But then an opportunity like this comes and push you to the fear zone. And when you're in the fear zone, number one, low self-esteem. You're not sure, should I do, should I not do it? You find an excuse why you shouldn't do it. You are affected by other people's opinion. But the question is, will you stay at the fear zone? Will you go back to your comfort zone? Or will you push yourself to the learning zone, where you face new challenges, you solve new problems, you acquire new skills, you extend your comfort zone? I wish you can push yourself to the learning zone and take this action and find yourself now in the growth zone, where you're able to find your purpose, live your dreams, set new goals, and conquer your objectives. I think that is it. Our time is up. I don't see any questions. Take your action right now. How can you start? Thank you very much for the question. For you to start, just make the first deposit through that till number. And once you make the payment, I'll receive your number. I can get in touch with you, or I had already displayed my email. Get in touch with me, and we are able to go on. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, it has been great having you. Hopefully, you've been able to get value, and I'm looking forward to us joining you. Okay, I've been told 2 people have paid. Thank you. But hey, at any time when I have a cohort, I would like to have about 10 people. I don't want to have more than that, so that I can be able to dedicate that time and effort to guarantee your success. This is your opportunity. I will leave it there. And until next time, I'm out.